what's up? Nihil is back. Yo, so we're going to talk about the war on society. I got many requests. I got loneliness. Okay, one is loneliness. The second is women and the tone. Now that was a very interesting one because I truly it offends me every time, like women always say, oh, but your tone was wrong. But why don't you listen to the words? Why am I saying words, right? And then they're like, no, because, and you know how my tone is, I'm very like, so everyone, I have been extremely loyal to, every woman in fact I've ever been extremely loyal to, has just basically renounced me for the tone. How can you say this? And I feel most people, and especially women, really like illusions. Okay, they want the sweetest things to be told to them, or at least in the sweetest tone, if even if it's the truth. What does the tone matter? I don't understand. And then they wonder, why are we backward? Why are we not achieving anything? Okay, y'all keep giving a damn about the tone. What does the tone matter? Who cares about the tone? All right, so we're going to talk about the war on society basically, and then I'm going to merge it with this whole idea of how society is a feminine entity, and loneliness also. Okay, why the war on society is so lonely. Right, we're going to be talking about that. All right, let's wait another 10 seconds and then we start off. And by the way, Nihil is back. Okay, shall we go? Right. So basically, the war on society, right? It's this actually is a treatise on loneliness. I'm talking about loneliness. I'm talking about how people like me, how people like us, right, go through the rigmarole of society and are basically bashed. Okay, we are bashed, and anyone who fights society, anyone who does what they want, right, in some way or the other, is going to be taken down. And I was taken down, at least personally, right, when my family sort of stopped talking to me or abandoned me for whatever reason. You know and when you start talking to them, talking the truth to them, most relationships, you realize, are based on lies, complete lies. All right, people are just lying to each other. Husbands and wives are lying to each other. They're telling each other absolute falsehoods. So when you suddenly start talking the truth, right, you'll realize that these people start getting unstable, and you are going to be the point of friction in the family when you start talking the truth. So if everyone hates you specifically, and if everyone has a problem with you specifically, remember that you are the person on the right track. Okay, you are the person who is disseminating the truth, telling people what is, and people are going to go against you. People are going to be like, what the hell, see, I'm not saying you shouldn't have any self examination. Okay, when you're fighting with society, you should keep examining yourself. What am I doing wrong? Am I doing anything wrong? You should ask other people. Okay, but if other people basically say that what you are doing is telling us the truth about our lives, or they say you're saying the right thing but you're saying it in the wrong tone, that means you're right. Okay, tone does not matter. I Even if a person is shouting on the road, I listen to him. Even if a person is saying something absolutely crazy or abusing, I still listen to the person, because there is something to learn from everyone. And that is what you need to teach people, like when especially people close to you, when they say, oh, the tone you said, it was wrong. So why are you talking about the truth, like they'll say it in different ways. They'll say, that you shouldn't have said that, it hurt me. But then you'll be like, why would it hurt you? Why would words hurt you? Because they meant something, right? To you, they meant something. If I abuse a really rich man, he's not going to care because he's made it. Similarly, if I abuse a really secure man, he's not going to care, right? So why is society angry with you? Why do people like us have to go to war against society? Basically, because we are because they do not understand the truth, right? You're fighting an entire army who's against you. They are out to invade you. And what do they want? They want your mind, basically. Body, I could also say, but once they control your mind, then they basically own your body, they own everything, right? So they are invading your space continuously since you're 2 years old, okay, or since you're born for that matter. They're continuously telling you this is right, that is wrong, nonsense. And then they are ready to have violence, and I mean by violence I mean ostracism, mental violence basically, and in some cases physical violence, to ensure that you break through. So you're fighting the entire system, right? So this there's don't feel lonely about it. Remember that there is a heavy price to pay fighting society. There's a heavy price to pay to do what you want. But in the end, at least I personally find it worth it. And remember, they are always waiting to pounce. They are waiting for when you're sick. They are waiting for when you're tired. They are waiting for when you lose your mind. They are waiting for so many things. Why do you think they ostracize you? Why do you think they stop talking to you? Because they're waiting for you to lose your mind and then say, once you lose your shit, or when you get sick or something, they will take care of you, and then they will say, we are the ones who take care of you. We are the So you must follow our rules. Why? Because we work somehow. But you must work towards making your own society at least. And if not, just be by yourself. You're fine, Discover yourself. That's the most important thing. Because that's all you have, yourself. Even your opinion of others is only what they've projected to you or what you have seen in them. Right? It is not real. The only thing that's real is within you, as I've always said. Now, let's go to the second part of this where I'm talking about mm, women and the tone, right? So first, society rejects your words. Then what they do is they reject your actions, and if that does not work, in the initial days, what they'll do is they will reject your tone, and especially women, they tend to reject your tone. You shouldn't have said it in that way. It hurt me. Why would you say that? Or you what you said is right, but the way you said it is wrong. The way you said it. Now, for example, um, many women, they are being defrauded by their husbands for years on end, right? I'd say my mother was one of them. But the man is often saying it in the right tone, so they're fine with that. Then they don't care about the words; they care about the tone, right? But if you say the truth in the wrong tone, that's a problem. If you say the truth in the right tone, also that is a problem. It's just that they don't have the ability to say anything because they're like, oh, the tone was right. Then they'll make up some other excuse. All right. So I'm requesting women, and I'm requesting everyone to forget the tone. Just listen to the words and listen to what everybody says, because everybody has something of value to put. If not, you learn a new word. If not, you learn a new tone. Okay. So everyone is saying something from the point of view of their personality. So just look at it as it is. Okay. Stop obsessing over how he said it, why he said it. You can go get into the why, but don't let it affect your brain, because these are very small things. Okay. So it's my request to everyone that just stop giving a damn about these things. Live life, live it well. Okay, you're going to go to war against society. If at all you're following NihilAnand, and if at all you believe in what I say, and you agree that okay, it's okay to be this, right? You're going to be fighting a war, even if you're living in the house in the same house with the same people. You're going to be fighting some sort of war. So accept it. And to the people, to society, I say forget the tone, look at the words, try and understand. Forget the beard, look at the words, etc. So that is how I put this. That's how I put this war, basically, against society. Okay. Now, there's a third topic that I wanted to do. I forgot. It's related to this. It's okay. It'll come back to me. Shall we go for questions? Money man. Hello. One second. Anybody has questions? I'm pretty tired today, so I could end it. Today is another festival where everyone is downstairs and sort of like dancing and having fun, the usual nonsense, because of they would just want any excuse to get out of the drudgery of their lives. So they are down partying. It's like the Hindu New Year or something like that. So yeah, it's interesting to see people sort of hang out, do their thing. Whew. Anybody with questions? I can end it now. I don't mind because I'm pretty tired. We Hello. Oh, sorry, I got disconnected there. So please check out the Hindi live. Put up your comments, etc., etc. And if you all don't have questions for the next 20 seconds, then I think I'm going to end this live. Uh, One sec. I know the truth of life, that I am die and no one is going to remember me. Still, why not am I able to control my emotions and don't care about people's opinions? Oh, that's because, oh yes, I remembered what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to answer your question with this. All right. So as we go through society, right, there are three brains I've always explained to you all. That there's the animal brain, there's the mammal brain, okay, and there's the human brain. Google it. They are called something. There's a limbic system, then the something else, and then the hemispheres. The two hemispheres are basically the human brain. The human brain is new. All right, it is absolutely new. So it does not have the practice that the animal brain has. Right, what society is trying to do is trying to, we are basically animals, right? So it's trying to push you down to the animal brain, down to the animal brain. Stop thinking, stop thinking, stop thinking, right? What you are supposed to do is keep working, working, working. Why is that? And what is work? It's even said in the Gita, keep working. And I decoded it recently. It basically means you must get over your three brains. All right. So first you get over the animal brain. When you're young, you want food. Then you later want sex. Okay. Then you want all these things. You're done with it. Yeah. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You want it. You're done with it. Right. You masturbate. You do all these things that are needed, right? Then what you do is you go to the mammalian brain where you have certain, okay, you want a girlfriend, you want some stability, nonsense. Then you go to the human brain where you have a certain amount of discretion, okay, as you grow up, 30, 35, 40, let's say. And then you come to a point where you're beyond all three brains, and you sort of come to a spiritual point where you're just like, yeah, everything is good. That recently happened to me. At least I'd say that recently happened to me, where everything is, it does not matter to me anymore. So what society is doing, it is trying to pull you down, pull you down, pull you down to that, to the animal brain. It's trying to ensure that you do not rise, okay, up in brain. Now, what your about your question, right? Or why do I still care about my emotions? Why am I not able to control my emotions and not care about people's opinions? Because your animal brain is still running, okay? It's still running fully. And especially in India, we are not allowed to transcend our animal brain. So what they do is they keep you there, and then you think you are there. It's your fault. Oh, I have emotions. I feel for people. But if you just look at life, if you just examine your life, you'll understand that there is nothing. It's all rubbish. It's just money. Okay, you are a piece of flesh that needs money. That's all. I'm not saying don't have emotions, but examine those emotions. Look at them as they are. What you're doing is you're just feeling them. But where are they coming from? Where are you going with them? What pleasure are you getting with them? All these things you have to do. So, the escape to this is study, study, study. No, no, no. And when you know, all right, if you're trapped somewhere, if you know how to get out, you're sorted. And if you don't know how to get out, study it. Right now, you're trapped in your emotions, right? You're trapped in your this for people, to the will to impress people. So just study it. Understand where you are coming from. All right, and go, if possible, go on Black Sheep Academy. I've explained as much as I can. I'll be coming up with more videos on trying to explain. That's all I want to. I just want you all to transcend your damn animal brain, and then eventually transcend your mammal brain, and then eventually transcend your human brain also, and come to a point where you're beyond brain and you're just looking at all this nonsense, just pure observation, just pure awareness. So transcend, guys. Do you celebrate festivals, bro? Not really. If someone asks me to come, sometimes, and if I like the festival and when I'm in the mood and the food is good, food matters. If the food is good, then I'm in. Otherwise, not really, not really. I don't really enjoy it. I'd rather have a few people over as on friends with like as friends, have a few drinks, chill out, talk. That's all. Opinion on New Year and birthday celebrations. Birthdays are fun in the sense of they're a good way to reconnect. Okay, I truly believe that. Um, and random people message you, and you're like, hey, thank you, blah blah blah, and you start talking with them. So even celebration, even New Year's, it's a great way to reconnect with people. People will sort of, oh, hey, how are you? Happy New Year. It's a good connection tool basically. So I do have respect for celebrations in general. I do not enjoy them. If someone else enjoys them, great. But what my problem is that people repeat the same thing year after year, year after year, doing the same nonsense, and that's where my problem begins. That y'all do the same nonsense, but y'all don't use it to truly reconnect, to truly talk with people, and to truly dig deep. Who are you? Where are you? Okay, I have not been in touch with you for 2 years. Let's talk. Okay, I feel, and on cue, Rahul Patil says, I feel most people live an unexamined life. Exactly. There is no examination. You want to have your celebration. But understand the reason behind it. It's to reconnect. In India, we literally, in modern times, in the last 100 years, they've literally designed a festival called Ganpati, where it was designed to reconnect people during the British times, when people would gather together, plot against the British, try to throw them out, revolutionaries. It's called Ganpati. Now people have forgotten. Now it's just become a commercial thing. Where's the reconnection? You meet on Ganpati, you get drunk, you say rubbish, you eat food, and then you're out. So, my point is, with any major festival, the point is to reconnect with people, not with money, not with idols, not with decorations. All right, try and reconnect with other human beings. Dig deep, examine yourself, examine them, cross-examine, and if you cannot do it with certain people, leave them. Like I said recently, I've left a lot of my friends behind who do not who just refuse to dig deep. The same nonsense we met here, we had there, we drank there. What nonsense is this, man? I discovered something. There's no such thing as an undesirable woman. All women can get a man. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. All men can get a woman, in the sense of women do not look for looks. Okay. So, if a man has the right mentality, if he is relatively productive, if he is, making a decent amount of money, or, there are certain features that women look at, right? Which is basically personality. And so any man can get any woman, but any woman cannot get any man below a certain level of looks. And men are very pro looks, very very pro looks. Below a certain level of looks and brains also, a woman cannot get a man. But any man, if trained well, can get any woman, I believe so. Because women just do not look at beyond a certain age. They do not look at how the guy looks at. I discovered something, or there's an wo ho gaya. Okay, what are your future plans? My future plans are, I really just want to build a Black Sheep Academy. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to educate people, I want to talk to people. That's all I want to do, really. I just want to sit and have a damn chat and be educated about life, and maybe make a business out of it. That's what, that is my whole life plan. So, no such thing as a female incel. Technically, you're right. There is no such thing as a female incel. But yeah, I mean, a woman can get sex from somebody or the other, but does she want to have sex with that man? And that is the question. This is my problem with women. They'll often say, "Oh, I have a lot of people in line for me." You may be having a lot of people in line for you, but who do you want, madam? So that does not count. That's like saying, yeah, people want, I don't know, like, you can say there are a lot of people in line for whatever, like, but do you want to allow them? Like, people want to enter my house. Every beggar wants to enter my house. That's not a thing of this. It's like, do you want to allow the beggar in? So yeah, we start to lose a lot of friends when we try and talk about truth. Yes, yes, absolutely. Arey, friends, I have lost my whole family, dude. So, it is, it's a price you pay, but it's worth it. I think it's totally worth it. Because the truth is so immensely, like, it does not give you joy immediately. It'll give you a lot of grief and a lot of pain, and it's very difficult to get to. But once you get to it, the joy and the pleasure you feel outstrips the joy and the pleasure of being with friends, and talking absolute nonsense with them. It outstrips it by many, many, many ranks. Okay, many, many layers. I'm excited with what you will be doing with BSc in the future. Is there something new we can expect currently? Now, I am not sure. So I want to start another channel where I do BSc Hindi. And because I've realized there's too much of a Hindi crowd that needs education, and I have to be a very separate level of education. So that's one thing I'm going to do. Another thing is, with BSA English, so I'm going to continue with my subjects, and eventually I'd like to have a paid subscription, because it's I have realized I cannot get everyone in one classroom, so I'll have to have a paid subscription if I want to keep up that system, where I am going to create things like the normal Coursera or something like that. I want to create a Coursera kind of system where people can go online and learn about things like relationships. Why don't we teach relationships? Why don't we teach what is happening in relationships? I just don't understand. I've looked all over and there's just random relationship advice. Like, why aren't we getting into the science of it? So that's what I want to teach. Basic relationships, life, introspection, points of view. That's what I want to do. Yeah. So basically something like Coursera. That's my plan right now. I want to get into schools. I want to get into IITs, IIMs, because basically IIT, IIM people, most of them do not have personalities, right? They've just been studying their whole lives. So why not teach them? Every colleague work my place asks me at my workplace asks me when I'm getting married, but I can't get a woman who wants to be child free. What should I tell them? Tell them that I cannot get a woman who wants to be child free. Tell them the truth. Why are you lying to them? Stop this nonsense about oh, I must tell them some sort of, you have, if you've chosen to be on the path of truth, be on the path of truth 100%, right? And that is a fact. You want to be child free, let them at least hear the word child free, so they'll start thinking, or maybe their kids will start thinking at some point. you know put the debate out there. The problem with us Indians is that we are scared to put the debate out there, right? And we are, that's how society changes, that's how talking changes. So go and tell them that I'm not finding a woman. You'll find me a woman who'll be child free. I'll marry her. Tell them that. BSA is going great. Really hope you keep it going. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really enjoy doing it. So now I'm just working on some background work. I've realized I need right from thumbnails to I've got people to help me. I've got people. Uh, a very good friend of mine, Yash, is he's asked me to promote him. So if you'll need some, like, he makes he's a graphic designer, so he's sort of he's made the logo and he's going to help me with a lot of other things. He's helped me with the fonts and everything, so we are just working on that right now on my back end, so that it's sorted, so people when they see the video they'll be like, okay, this is what I want to do. Unfortunately, you have to do that. You have to do your PR, you have to do everything. So I'm working on that right now. And I'm also doing my job. I'm really enjoying that. Basically living a simple life for a while. Like I said, I'm in rehab, okay, and I'm almost done with rehab, but I still just want to live a simple, normal life for a while. I don't want to be NihilAnand. I don't want to be uh, busy with random shit, or I don't want to chill too much. I want to do a little bit of everything. How did you read about Amritpal Singh? Did you read about him? Oh, very interesting actually. I don't know what to think about him, but basically he's in northwestern state called Punjab, right? And there's this whole problem about where there's a Khalistani movement. Khalistani means basically they want a separation from India, and it's very interesting to see like what is happening. Suddenly these things, the flames have been fanned from nowhere, and I don't think it's from nowhere. I think there's a lot of unemployment, there's a lot of problems in India, then there's the economic downturn. Okay, so there's going to be an anger where people are going to be, okay, we want to secede from this country. And I've predicted this before, like as climate change comes forward, people are going to secede from countries. So I think this is a part of that. Amritpal Singh, being who he is a part of that. Can we expect a NihilAnand BSA website blog? Oh, I was planning on making a blog actually. I'm going to start that's one of my next thing. BSA is going to definitely have a blog, and I'm going to daily post some of my thoughts, some of my articles, whatever. I've written a lot of stuff, so there's a lot of content that way. So I'll be putting it up, and I'll be putting up subjects also. Written subjects like what is love, for example. So I've written a whole treatise on that. Then what is self-talk? So Yash has written a whole treatise on that. So we are going to be doing that, and I'm working with another few people. Some people messaged me after I put my help thing on VSA. So yeah, we're gonna work on the blog. A website, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. Emotions are temporary or pain is temporary. Please explain this. See, do you feel angry all the time? Okay, do you feel sad all the time? Do you feel love all the time? Do you feel when you're sleeping, do you feel all these things, right? Or even pain for that matter. The pain eventually goes, right? At some point, unless somebody's consistently hurting you physically, that's a different thing, right? But eventually it goes, right? So and even suffering for that matter, in your head, if you're suffering about something, suppose somebody's left you, suppose say, in my case, my family sort of left me. I suffered for a while, and then I came back. Then I eventually had to sleep, na? Eventually I had to eat. So was I suffering then? No, I wasn't. So it is temporary. So if you know it is temporary, why do you care about it? Maybe you can feel the emotion, no problem, but you must realize it is temporary. Don't behave as though it is permanent. The problem with everything here is that we behave as it is as though it is permanent, as though sadness is permanent, as though happiness is permanent, as though life is permanent. None of this shit is permanent. So why do you care? Just chill. You know, all my colleagues think I am a loser because I don't have a GF or wife. What should I do? Get into debates with them. Ask them, why do you think I'm a loser? See, a debate, right, must not be argumentative. It must be informative. So you must find out why they think you're a loser. Ask them why. Why? Why should I get a wife? Just because your mom got a wife for you, which is the case for most Indian men, right? Somebody got a wife for them, somebody got a husband for them. So just because she did that for you, why should I do the same thing? Right? You must break it up. You just have to put water on it. It's over. It's broken up. So I guarantee world tour today. There are couples on the world tour today because they learned of my thing and they're like, oh, I don't have to have kids. So many people are living their lives well because they just simply heard that, oh, this guy wants to sue his parents and he believes that you should not have kids. Wow, even I cannot have kids. I don't need to have kids. Right? So similarly, you go out there, talk, and somebody will get inspired. I guarantee you. Okay, there's another friend of mine, Mansi. Um, she puts up statuses regularly. Now people are inspired by her. She has her own following for child free, right? Child free Kerala, child free Tamil Nadu. All these guys, all these people who've made state-wise child-free things, or country-wise child-free Armenia, Middle East, all of them, what are they? They are just conversation starters. Go talk, 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 talk. All my okay, what is that? They don't respect me either because of them. Let them not respect you. Why do you want respect from beggars? Do you want should I make stupid people respect you? Are you going to bend over for stupid people to respect you? Go higher in life. Go higher in life. What is higher? Now the question here is, what is higher? Higher is people who have simpler thought processes, and higher is people who have logic for their thought processes. Why do you want to live an illogical life? Okay, that's like saying I'm going to keep walking and not look on the street. That is illogical. Isn't that a lower way of living? You're going to bang into every rock. You're going to bang into every wall if you're not looking. Right? So this is upgrade your mind. Right? Mumbai is the most polluted city in India, not Delhi. Do you want to say something about this? There's nothing to say about it. I know it was bound to happen. We are constructing Mumbai at a phenomenal rate. Every day somebody is digging something, multiple digs. Okay, you cannot walk straight in that city. There is no concept of pedestrianism. There's no concept. There's just no concept for anything. Okay. So just things are happening. It's a dying city that everyone's taking advantage of. Okay, everyone wants to make money off of it, and that's it. So it's a dying man, and everyone is saying, oh, his will, belongs to me basically, or his shit belongs to me. That's all that's happening with Mumbai. All right. So it was bound to happen because Delhi is polluted for a very geographical reason. All right. Geography is because it's a bowl basically, right? Delhi is a bowl, and all the pollution comes and sits inside it, or it's surrounded by the Himalayas, it's surrounded by the Hindu Kush on one side, the Aravalis on the other. Okay, the plateau on the bottom. So the entire thing is just a bowl. And with Bombay, it is polluted for stupidity reasons, human stupidity reasons, because they keep constructing everywhere. They just keep recreating and recreating and recreating the city. They create new transport routes every single day. Something new is announced. There are large tracts of land that are yet undeveloped, and they're developing those. So they're ruining the city basically, and it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. All right, so I think I'm going to end the thing. I'm going to end the live. I'm going to take maybe one more question. Thank you for your questions, guys. That was pretty impressive today. Okay. Two questions. All right, that's it. That's all I'm doing. No more. Do you live stream randomly or is there a schedule? I don't know about this. I live stream on Wednesdays now. Now I'm going to continue live streaming on Wednesdays as far as possible. If not, I'm going to live stream on Sundays. Okay, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Climate change को seriously नहीं दे रहे लोग. And funny thing है, most of them are natalists who want a good world for their offspring. Yeah, people don't take anything seriously. You see, people just want to hear good stories. Like I talked about the tone, I talked about truth, I talked about society not accepting truth. That is what's happening. The same thing. And then eventually they'll be destroyed. The man who screams fire is always the most hated man. The messenger of bad news is always the most hated man. All right. So remember, this is an age old thing. People are idiotic, they'll continue being idiotic. Do not bother. Okay. Uh, all right. Thoughts on monks. Ooh, I don't personally agree with being a monk, but if somebody's like that, then why not? There are ways of doing what you want to achieve, going higher if you want, if you will. There are many, 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 many ways. And if being a monk is one of them, why not? Answer my question. One second. Hind guy, what's your question? No, I don't see a question. Okay, I'm giving you another 30 seconds to. How is your job? I'm enjoying my job, dude. I'm enjoying my job. I have to basically negotiate with people, I have to coordinate with them. So it's teaching me a lot of things for BSA, Black Sheep Academy. How to go after people, how to handle sales, how to, convince people, and even make PPTs or whatever, or even learn Excel for that matter. Why not? I'm really enjoying it. Do you want to become the PM? What you want to do if you become the PM of India? Oh my God, I don't want to become the PM of India. But if I do, there are a lot of changes. I mean, finally, you have to first change society. You cannot do anything about it, right? And in a way, I believe Yogi Adityanath is changing society. He in the first 5 years he slaughtered who he needed to slaughter, and now he's like, now development, I don't care, think about development. You have to change the education system, everything has to be revamped. Basically, the entire thing, starting from society, has to be revamped. We need a new culture. What do you think about job and corporate hustle and working hard to make more? I don't agree with it. Okay, so I have a very interesting my job. My bosses, right? They work really hard. Like they work like 15 hours a day, and they'll come in office at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then they'll go home by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then even at home they are wired in. They're constantly on board. They're constantly checking things, right? So all this stuff is happening, and they are successful, sure, but why? Like, why do you always want to do this? So your mindset, if your mindset is that, right, be very clear about it. Then don't go and have a wife and a child. Okay. Then today I was reading about some CEO of some company called DMart, a very impressive company. I'll talk about that another day. I'm really impressed by them. But the CEO basically, they were interviewing him, and he's like, I never take a day off except for my daughter's birthday. And I'm like, have some shame, dude. That is not a statement that you're supposed to be proud of. Like, why, if you've had a family, give it time. Give it time. Did you have a family then? Stupid man. You know? So that's what I believe about. If you want to hustle, do not have a family. If you really want to give 20 hours a day, 20 hours of your day for your business, then give it. No problem. Make your money. But don't bloody have a child here. Have you idea changed about money? No, I'm fine. I still don't care about money. See, I know money is useful. Okay, I've realized the usefulness of money from a Black Sheep Academy point of view, but I don't personally care about it. Like, I just need it to fulfill my desires. And if someone is fulfilling my desires, I'm good. Desires, I mean needs in a way, and the occasional desire maybe. What job am I currently doing? Okay, I work for a company in insurance, backend company, that basically has an app, right? And they that insurance, this use. I'll tell you the details on personally. If you're that interested, DM me. People feel it's about doing whatever you love. Yeah, I mean, if you love something, do it. But if you want to give 20 hours a day of to it, don't do anything else. Otherwise, you're not doing those other things justice. You're not doing your wife justice. You're not doing your child justice. All right. Do you cook your own meals or eat out? I cook my own meals. I cook most of my own meals. Any of your previous thoughts on which your opinion are now changed? I don't think so. Pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. See, even my life has changed, right? In many ways, after I tried, but the opinions are the same. I'll tell you why. Because I realized those opinions. I knew this was right. This was the right thing to do. But I realized that later on. So similarly, in the sense of since I was a child, I would have always liked to be in a relationship. I always knew that it was a good thing for me, but I had not realized it then. That's why I used to mess around. I used to go from woman to woman, whatever, all these only you can only do things when you realize them, not when you're told them. Do not do them, because realization is nature's way of telling you, okay, you're ready for this. Okay, now is the time. Now. So I have not changed any of my previous thoughts. I've only realized most of them. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have a younger sister, unfortunately. Do your colleagues know about your antinatalism ideology? Yes, they do. I did tell them. I when during the interview, like it's there in my CV. NihilAnand is there in my CV. So, um, they did check me out. They were like, okay, but he's good at talking. So basically, they put me in a job where I talk with people, where I negotiate with them, where I, call, set up meetings, go talk with them, stuff like that. Sales eventually. I hope to get into sales, but sales I'm not still very very good at, but I'm working on that. Realization is by experience. Yes, realization is by lot of experience, lot of experiences, lot of moments in your life will get you to realize something. Realization is the distilled version of thought. Okay, when your thought is there, thought, you distilled it and it comes to this much, and that's realization. Why deflect from topic yet? Okay, how many of your family members are in Bollywood and banking? None of them are. None of them are. Why? Bollywood or banking, none of them. What kind of question is this? Have you tried LSD? Yes, I have. It is. I recommend it for everyone at least once. What does your sister think about you? Don't ask. We don't talk much anymore. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I've never really liked her, so I don't talk much with her. But yeah, I mean, she likes the ideology. She's fine with that. That's it. What gives you a high nowadays? Life gives me a high. Okay, life. See, I don't like life yet. Okay, but I've learned to be high in it. I've learned to just be. Okay, and if you really want to know what in life, I'd say transcendence. Transcendence in the sense of equanimity, right? You're just looking at life. What I learned in Vipassana was equanimity. You're looking at life, and it simply is. You're just looking at life as it is. There is nothing else to see. This is, and that's the fact. How often do you travel? Quite often, actually. Almost once a week, I travel. Extensively, like in the sense of like I travel in between cities. I travel, because I meet people, right? That's my job. So, and I enjoy meeting people. But for that, I have to travel sometimes. I have to go up and down. So sometimes, once a week, I go to some city somewhere. And let's see. I don't know if it's sustained. I've been on this job for a month, but for the past 4 weeks, it's basically been like that somewhere. Went to Bangalore, went to Delhi. So yeah, that was interesting. Any idea you will kill for? Ooh. No, there is no idea I'd really kill for. Except for self-defense, I guess. I don't think I'd really kill for any idea. Have you seen the film Ship of Theseus? No, I've been recommended. I know the story. I intend to see it someday. Do you live a frugal life or are you a spender? I live a very frugal life. Even if when I have money, I don't know what to do with it. Like at some point in my life, about 2 years or 3 years ago, I earned 5 lakhs, and since then I didn't work much because I was just, and I'm that frugal. I don't spend much. I just spend whatever I have. Simple sort of thing. Any person you care more about more than yourself. I care about everyone more than myself. I don't care much about myself. Okay, and by caring about myself, I don't mean I don't eat well, I don't take care of my body. No, that's a different thing. I just don't care about myself. Like if I die, okay, great. Okay, but I care about you guys so much. I care about so many friends that I have. Basically, friends. I really care about a lot of my friends. Okay, I don't care about family that much. because they've not really given me much, as much as, as much as my friends have given me. So yeah, I care about my friends, I care about my followers, I care about the you people who show up, who regularly talk to me, much more than myself, much more. I've never really cared about myself. Doesn't traveling need money? Yeah, the company pays for it. I'm doing it for company, this, right? How's grandma? Okay. Why is that a question? I mean, she's fine, I guess. I'm not living with her anymore, so I don't know. Basically, I'm not in touch with my family. Yeah. Okay, chalo. Now I think I'm going to move. Thank you so much for showing up. Uh, I'll be coming again next Wednesday, every Wednesday. Okay, and we'll be having different topics. Let's see what let's see what next topic is. You look better without the mask. Yes, I know I do. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. See you. Bye.